So, when I was talking about how to loosen, based on the thorns, not getting choked out, the wealth and the comfort of the world that's possible, how that can choke out, your growth as a Christian, as a child of God. Kind of alluded to what that entails. I can get very specific. I don't know how specific I'm going to get in this video here, but because it's one of those things. I don't know if it's just the way that my brain works, but I see a big picture, and then I can just drill down into minutia, and then you can just lose the forest for the trees. So I try to be aware of that as I make these videos. But so the things in this world can be broken down into, well, your needs are what kind of motivate you in this world, get you to act. And there's good ways and bad ways, legitimate and illegitimate ways to satisfy these needs. So you have physical needs, and I define these as the needs that come from within you. There's a tension that's created in you that you have to do something to satisfy. So hunger, thirst, cold, you're too cold, you're too hot, you're tired, you're sore. All these things are internal to you that say, okay, you need to do something. In the case of being tired, you need to sleep. You need to stop what you're doing and sleep. Or if you're sore, that means you need recovery of some kind. So the three needs, I break them down into sustenance, food and water. You need something to sustain you. Protection, so that would be shelter, clothing, and then recovery, which is your rest, sleep, rest. So that's physical needs. Structural needs is the other. So these are things outside of you that compel you to act. So you've got your relationships. And so a relationship, you enjoy people's company, they help you, you help them, or, there's family ties, family obligations, it's your job, you have an obligation to your company, you don't want to get fired, you need the money, the boss, even within, it's like, okay, this person's nice, or I feel like they have authority, so I have to be nice to them, or... And then there's just maintenance, laundry, cooking, bills, renewing your licenses of whatever, your profession or your driving license, and doing this, paying taxes. So these are external things that create a tension that compel you to act. And then you have emotional needs. I haven't talked about this yet. This is the whole thing, but emotional needs. Basically, I believe that all people's emotional needs can be boiled down to three things. I need to feel significant, valued, that your life matters. And second one, so those are all just synonyms I was trying to use to help describe that one. Basically, significance. And then sovereignty is the second one, that you have some control over your life. You have options. You can make decisions for yourself. Nobody likes to be, this is where your need for freedom comes in. If you don't feel like you have the freedom to make decisions about your own life, then you either rebel or develop various neuroses or psychoses, act out in different ways, passive aggressive, blah blah. And then the third one is a feeling. People have an emotional need for certainty, what I call sureness. They need to feel sure of a lot of things in their life, certain. That's why trust is such a valued thing, quality in relationships, because you have certainty that that person is gonna not betray you or stab you in the back, or when somebody gives you their word, they're actually gonna to do what they say they're gonna do. That's why that's such an admired quality in people. There's lots of people who say, yeah, I'll get to it, I'll help you out, you bet, and then not picking up the phone, not answering text. Okay, yeah, I think that's way too common these days. People are just forgiven for flaking and just not living up to what they say they're gonna do. But so those three needs: significance, sovereignty, and sureness. Those end up being what motivate or help you, not help you decide, but those determine how you fulfill your physical and structural needs. So if you think, the way to figure this out, not figure it out, but to explain it is, the way you satisfy your sense of significance is to have purpose. If you don't have purpose, then you don't really feel like your life matters. So having a sense of purpose is what satisfies that emotional need of feeling significant, accomplishing something, trying to, striving for something, having a reason to get up in the morning. If you don't have that, then you're not going to feel very significant. With sovereignty, it comes down to your capability, feeling confident in what you can do. If you don't feel like you can make decisions or satisfy your needs, or you're not going to feel like you have much choice. You're not going to embrace the, when people, there's some people who are so, that ability has been so taken from them, they don't even know how to make a decision for themselves. They always need people to think for them, make their decisions for them. And there's always somebody happy to do that, it seems. But then you have the need for sureness or certainty. You're never going to know everything. We've already covered that. As a human being, you are not omniscient, never will be, never can be. But you can be open to learning. And that's really the best way to, if you're not sure of something, either try to find more information, learn more about it, or engage it with a playful attitude and kind of just play with it and learn about it. Asking questions, just engaging the problem. So that's the three needs: purpose, capability, and learning. So now, if you have a problem in your life where you don't have any of those going on, those needs aren't being met, there's a derangement is gonna happen where your sense of purpose will become some distraction. A video game. Oh, I have a purpose in this video game, or I'm collecting trains, or I don't know if anything. I'm not picking on any of these things. I'm just thinking of examples because anything can be taken to an extreme. It can either be done for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. And I really think it all just comes down to what's in your heart when you're doing these things. Like when you're playing video games, what's in your heart? Are you trying to, better other people's lives? Are you trying to, better your own? Are you trying to get closer to God? Or are you trying to distract yourself from your lack of purpose or capability in your own life, or the uncertainty you have in different aspects of your life? So that's why fasting and minimums and basically just simplifying your life to just the bare minimums in all aspects is the number one, easiest path to not having the world entangle you, not being choked out by the thorns. So your sense of purpose, your sense of sovereignty, sureness, what choices do you have? What can you know? Why are you here? If you're reading your Gospels, then that should become clearer and clearer to you as you're praying and engaging. So I think I'm going to go on that note. Peace be with you. I hope this message finds you.